today we're going to be talking about the fourth consecutive loss that the Chicago Bulls have faced, as Jalen Suggs absolutely destroys the hearts of many Chicago Bulls fans with that buzzer beater, and we lose another game at home against the Orlando Magic. At the end of the day, I was very fearful of this team, I'm not going to lie. Yes, they're a team that is considered a tanking team and everything of that nature, but the matchup problems that they provided to us is something I was very scared of, and I guess I was right, ladies and gentlemen. We lose to the Orlando Magic in a surprising loss, and one that's going to piss many people off. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the game today. Who's your player of the game, your overall thoughts and opinions as we lose this game against the Orlando Magic 108-107. Now, honestly, I think if I was a Bulls, watcher of this channel, to be honest, the way that I feel right now, I feel like it hasn't sunk in yet. I was certain we were going to walk away with a win, but the way that game ended, oh man, it's second to none, ladies and gentlemen. If you're an Orlando Magic fan, again, you'd be surprised you got anything out of that game, especially with how we came back. But the Bulls were, Vucevic's free throws were just, I can't explain it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, how can a game end like that? That's a dream scenario for so many teams, and that's exactly what happened for Jalen Suggs and the Orlando Magic. They still won away in Chicago, but to be honest, let's not discredit their performance. Orlando were playing really well. Again, they had the Bulls down by 19 points at one stage. And again, this Bulls team is in all sorts, is in a disarray, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't really know where to go from here. I really don't. There are some things that I want to talk about, but I guess if I was making this video an hour from now, you'd probably see me screaming and shouting and venting and being angry about it. And I don't know if that's how this video is going to turn to, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, I feel heartbroken. I feel somewhat upset. I feel like I can't believe what I just saw. And again, moments like that do get to you, ladies and gentlemen. I am absolutely devastated by this loss. And again, not to mention 4 losses in a row now. One win in our last 7 games. Orlando Magic's first away win of the entire season. All of that comes together, and we are left disappointed once again. I want to give some credit to Billy Donovan in this timeout. Of course, he's been very poor the last couple of games, and I think he was poor today because there are some things I'm going to criticize him about as well. But I think it's the absolute right decision to take Zach LaVine out of the game when he's having his worst shooting night of all time. I'm pretty sure that's a statistic now. He had his worst career shooting night of his entire career. I think it was the right decision to take Zach LaVine out of the game. And at the end of the day, we may have suffered for that. Maybe if Zach LaVine was in the game in the final 20 seconds and he makes the 2 free throws, we'd be talking about a different story. But I believe it was the right decision, and I'm not going to change my mind on that just by the fact that we lost. However, let's look at the coaching staff a little bit more detail. I truly 100% believe in my heart Billy Donovan forgets that some of these players exist. Javonte Green did not play the entire first half, and Ayo didn't get any sort of minutes until the fourth quarter from the second half. I don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen, but again, I genuinely feel like he just forgets some players exist. He plays Kobe for maybe 3-4 minutes in a game. I'm not sure the exact stats, and then all of a sudden, we don't see him for the rest of the game. I genuinely don't know how, the rotations even are anymore. And again, we're still questioning his rotations even when they're different. It's very frustrating to watch. And again, I was begging for Billy Donovan to make some changes in this team. I was begging to see different players start. I was begging to see different players come off of the bench. And I guess the saying goes, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. The fact of the matter is, we've started this team pretty much the exact same all season. Some games without Zach LaVine, some games with Zach LaVine, and we've lost majority of them. And that is something, you got to make those changes. And I'm furious at the fact that he didn't make those changes like a lot of people were asking for. And I guess in many ways we got what we deserved. Again, we cannot discredit the Orlando Magic in their performance. They got the Chicago Bulls in all sorts. They worried the hell out of us, and at the end of the day, yes, we lost by a buzzer beater 3, but we were losing by 19 points in this game. And I've got to give full credit to DeMar DeRozan for his 41-point performance. I've got to give full credit for Javonte Green for coming in, having a plus 20 or plus 18, whatever it is, plus minus. And I've got to give credit for him for bringing us back in this game. But it wasn't enough, ladies and gentlemen. And again, the bad starts to games, the bad start to the third quarter. What are the story? These are the exact same problems we've been having from the start of the season till now. I truly feel like nothing has really changed. Yes, we've won some games. Yes, we've lost some games. But our big problems have always been our big problems. We don't seem to learn from our mistakes. And again, we've lost another game to the Orlando Magic. I'm curious to see what everybody else thinks about this game. I know there are going to be other people that, again, post YouTube videos. I'm intrigued to see what they have to say. I want to know if they're devastated or angry. I want to know everything about this. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know a little bit of a funnier story, I literally bought Nikola Vucevic's City Edition jersey last night. And at the end of the day, he missed 2 of the free throws to win this game. Again, I don't think things can get any worse for the Chicago Bulls right now. I genuinely think we are at the lowest point of our season, our lowest point of this entire team's existence right now. And it's very, very frustrating. I don't know where to go with this video. I truly do not know what else to say. At the end of the day, maybe I just end this video now. Maybe this video is over and done with. We could go and look towards the next game or whatnot. The Bulls weekly video is going to be a very interesting one as well. I'm literally left in all sorts. And I guess that it is what it is. We lose again. 4 games in a row to the Orlando Magic. Again, respect to Orlando, but I can't believe. Maybe if we lost by 19, I'd have more to say, and I'd be more furious with this team. Losing to a buzzer beater. Again, we literally have seen it all. We've seen 2 blowouts. We've seen this team not try. We've seen this team not give effort. And now we've seen this team lose to a buzzer beater. Everything is happening so quickly, and it's all sorts of losses that we're dealing with right now. So, yeah. The must improve for me is obviously Zach LaVine. Again, his worst shooting night of his entire career. It is what it is. And the player of the game for me is going to be, I'm going to give it to Javonte. Shout out to Javonte Green. I know DeMar had 41 points. And again, we needed every single one of those points. He brought us back into that game with his offense. But DeMar DeRozan is a guy that is still doing the same things. The difference is he was making his shots today. And his heroics was absolutely incredible. His shot over Bobo was amazing. Again, tons of and ones, tons of shots, and I feel very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that all those points went to waste in a loss, and a buzzer beater loss at that. But Javonte Green was someone that I truly think Billy Donovan forgot Javonte Green existed. This man played none of the first half. He comes in at some stage in the third quarter, and this whole team shifts. And I think he deserves to play of the game just for that. The fact that I think Billy Donovan forgot that he was even there, and he finally brings him in, and this whole team changes. I give full respect to Javonte Green, the energy he provided. Again, the steals factor of that as well. In my opinion, Javonte Green's the player of the game. If you give it to DeMar, great. You could do whatever you like. At this point, does it really matter who's the player of the game when we've suffered 4 losses in a row? And our Bulls record now is 6-10. I told you guys that when we're 6-8, this record can be overcome. We can bounce back from performances like that. We can bounce back from a record like this. But this is where it starts, ladies and gentlemen. If you continue to lose at the start of the year and you don't bounce back from it, it manifests. And all of a sudden, 6-8 now becomes 6-10, and we're 4 games below 500 right now. And all of a sudden, that record seems a little bit too much to handle. And again, look at the teams that we have next to face, ladies and gentlemen. Our next performances: Boston, we've got next. The Bucks, we've got soon. Maybe the Thunder teams are scared of. The Kings, I'm sure people are scared of as well. The Warriors, I'm sure many people are scared of them. The Suns. There are so many teams. We have a ridiculously hard schedule, and it doesn't get any easier. You have to take games like this at home. You have to, and we didn't do it. So again, all the frustrated people out there, I sympathize with you. Just because I might not be, I guess, reacting in a frustrated way, I sympathize with you. I empathize with you. Any other word, I'm with you. I'm frustrated. And I've got to be honest, the fact that Billy Donovan made no changes, I am pretty much, I guess, I have no more faith in Billy Donovan, put it that way. I wanted changes to make. That was the last step in terms of Billy Donovan and what he needs to do in terms to, I guess, bring a lot of people back, or at least bring me back as a believer in Billy Donovan. I wanted him in this game to make changes because we had nothing else to lose. He made no changes. He made 16, I think I saw somewhere he had 16-minute conversation of the Chicago Bulls big three to step up, and that led to absolutely nothing. The only person in our starting lineup that I actually really enjoyed, outside of DeMar, of course, the guys that I really enjoyed playing, I enjoyed Ayo Dosunmu's performance. I enjoyed Patrick Williams' performance, and they're not part of the big three. The big three did not necessarily do well. Vooch missed 2 of the free throws that we needed him to make, which again, I feel devastated for Vucevic, because that's not going to get him any praise anywhere, the fact that he missed those 2 free throws. And Zach LaVine was absolutely awful in every sense of the word, and he got taken out of the game, rightfully so. Again, it is what it is. Our next game is against Boston. Look, we've played close games against Boston before. I'm not going to come into this game against Boston and expect us to lose by 50 points. The fact of the matter is we have competed with Boston. We have been close. We have been competitive with Boston before. And I expect the Bulls to be the exact same, because we're dying for a win right now, ladies and gentlemen. But have you seen the way Boston have been playing recently? Do you really expect us to win this game? Are we going to go on a 5-game losing streak? I don't know. Something has to happen in which Boston are going to surprisingly lose this game against the Chicago Bulls, which is surprising in every sense of the word, or the Bulls are going to do the expected and, again, maybe surprising as well, and go on a 5-game losing streak. One of those things are going to have to happen, and I don't know which way it's going to go. But again, until that game happens, we're going to be left in more misery, more disaster, and more of that frustration that we wanted to build ourselves out of. This is a game we should have won, and we didn't win it. And we should be very disappointed in ourselves. The players should be very disappointed. Once again, I'm urging the coaching staff, because I know he's not getting fired after this game. I have no doubts about it. He's going to be staying for a little bit while longer. I'm imploring that he makes some changes to the starting lineup just to see where things go. But again, who am I? I'm not the coaching staff. So we'll end the video here. All I really wanted to say, I'm sorry if this is not the most analytical video. I'm sorry if I stuttered and didn't really say much. What am I supposed to say? What can I say that I haven't already said before? Again, these videos are on repeat. You can listen to this video on repeat, ladies and gentlemen, because all the game reactions are very, very similar to each other. With all that being said, though, have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.